Friend, g'day, how you going? Anna Moonshine, I love that name. Is that really your last name, Moonshine? It's really cool. I think Mum said that's the name of your shop. Alright guys, so this yoga session is yoga for burnout. So I just did a little video on my Instagram just then, so it'll be on my Facebook. Oh, that's your shop's name, cool. But I was saying on there how at the moment it can be quite, I find that a lot of people are run down and may not be aware of it. So I'm asking you to just take a moment to close your eyes before we begin. And just take a few breaths and just check in with yourself. Like, how are you really feeling at the moment? Are you, do you notice that you're breathing quite quickly during the day and your heart rate's kind of up there, and it takes a while to kind of bring yourself back down, and maybe it's uncomfortable when you do these kinds of practices that are quite slow, focusing on the breath, bringing you back to basics, because you are used to being in that heightened energy all the time. And it's really important during these times, with what we're going through in our world at the moment, to focus on the tools that we do have and to use them regularly to calm ourselves down. Because if our nervous system is in that fight or flight mode all the time, then obviously we're going to drain our adrenals, and then we're going to make ourselves more prone to chronic disease and also mental health issues, sleep issues, and it's all interconnected. It's an overall feeling of just crap because we're not, we're not well rested. We can't focus on things. It's really difficult to function in that rundown state. There's only a certain amount of time that we can function like that, and then we hit a wall and we're like, whoa, okay, it's time to slow down. I'd just like to share that over the last couple of weeks, I have consciously chosen to use more of my tools to calm myself down more often during the day, because I'm very aware of how much my stress and anxiety levels can be enhanced by everything that's going on. So whether it's, things I see on social media, like fear-based kind of things, whether it's people that I'm talking to, whether it's just the general energy, out in the community that I feel, that fear, or whether, there's, maybe we're physically wearing ourselves out at the moment with doing heaps of exercise or doing heaps of work, still working from home, looking after the kids and doing all this stuff. So what I'm trying to say is now is even more important to use more of those tools. We can't keep going like we were before. It's about using all the calming techniques that we know and implementing them more often during the day, so that we more often bring ourselves down into that calmer state, so that our body is used to coming back into that calm state, and it's aware that it can do that. Because if you're always in that heightened state and you're trying to get yourself in that calm state, your brain and your body is like, what? No, we're not used to this. We don't like this. No, we want to stay up here. This is fun. This is where all the fun happens. So, just here's some tools now that we're going to use. You can pop them in your toolbox, use them at any time, and just keep coming back to these practices even more so during these more challenging times. Okay, so we'll get started. It'll go for about 10 minutes. All you need is a towel, again, or if you've got a yoga block, you can use a yoga block. Okay guys, so to start off with, we're going to roll the towel like this. If you've got a yoga block, you'll use a yoga block. That's what I'm going to use, but anyone that doesn't have one, use your towel. And then we're going to fold it over, so we've got it up, rolled up nice and tight lengthways. Then you're going to fold it over so it's almost like the shape of a block. Okay? And then we're going to pop that, we're going to lie on our backs, and we're actually going to pop that towel underneath the sacrum. So not the lower back, our lower back's going to be free. I'm going to pop it underneath the sacrum. So I'll demonstrate with the towel, and then I'm going to grab my block, do it with my block. So we're just lying back, heads on the ground, popping that towel underneath the sacrum, so underneath the hard bit, and leaving the lower back so that it's free. It's just free in the air. Bending the knees, popping the feet on the ground, popping the arms out to the side, palms up to the sky, and looking up to the sky. Like I said, if you've got a block, you can use the block instead. Same area on the sacrum. And we're just going to breathe into here. So closing the eyes, taking some nice deep breaths. So when we're stressed and we're running 1,000,000 miles per hour, we end up overworking our adrenals. So that's what we're really trying to focus on today. Just taking some of that pressure off our adrenals. So the adrenal glands are located just around the back here, in the mid to low back. And just while we're lying here, we're going to rub our hands together, warm them up, make them nice and warm. And if you can, just popping the hands into that mid-lower back region. Just releasing that warmth, that warm energy into the adrenals. I'm just taking some nice long breaths here. So sometimes we don't have to drain the adrenals just by, physical exercise or overworking. Sometimes it can just be the thoughts that we're thinking. So overthinking all the time, overanalyzing, worrying about ourselves or about other people around us. That can really drain the adrenals and make us feel run down. Just releasing the hands there, placing them back on the ground and taking a few more breaths. And just bringing your focus to the lower back and really trying to relax the lower back here. Relaxing the arms. Relaxing the eyes and the cheeks. Relaxing the tongue and the jaw. On the next inhale, we're going to move the block or the towel, whichever one you have. So lifting the butt off the block or the towel, staying up there. And then we're going to slowly exhale one vertebrae at a time. So the upper back, the middle back, curling the back, and then lowering the lower back on the floor. And then on the next inhale, coming back up, drawing the chest towards the chin, and then exhale back down. So just moving with the breath here. Inhaling, drawing the chest up to the chin. And exhale slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, slowly lowering. I'm just going to do 2 more here at your own pace. Inhaling on the way up. And exhale down. So this is about moving with the breath. It's not about how high you can go or how flexible you are. It's just about moving with the breath and calming the mind. And then just wiggling the knees from side to side. Just releasing the lower back there. And then we're going to use our towels. So you can unfold them so that you make them really long, like that. And then we're going to hold both ends of the towel. And we're going to place our right leg in the air and pop the middle of the towel over our right foot. You can leave the left foot on the ground, or if you've got the flexibility, you can straighten that left leg out. We're going to flex the foot here, so instead of pointing, we're flexing the foot. And you're going to start to feel this in your hamstring on the right leg. And you'll also feel it in the hip flexor on the left hip. So looking up towards the sky, closing the eyes and taking some deep breaths into the hamstring. So really focus on releasing this area here. Store a lot of nervous energy in our hamstrings. So we're really focusing in this practice on just releasing some of that energy. So I've got my right knee slightly bent, just to feel it a little bit more in the hamstring. Try and relax the shoulders as well, so they're not up like this, just nice and relaxed. Now you can either stay here in this stretch, or if you've got the flexibility, we're grabbing the right hand with the towel. Sorry, we're grabbing the towel with the right hand, placing the left hand out to the side, and then we're lowering the right leg out to the side, out to the right. So still going to feel this in the hamstring and a little bit more on the inner thigh and also in the left hip. So just coming out to where you're comfortable. And on the next inhale, coming back up to center, and we're going to switch sides. So popping the right foot on the ground, bringing the left leg in the air, popping the towel around the left foot. And you can either keep your right foot on the ground or extend the right leg if you've got that flexibility. Remembering to close your eyes and just really breathing into the stretch, breathing into the hamstring on the left here. then we're going to use the options like before. So you can either stay here, grab the towel with the left hand, bring the right arm out to the side, and then lowering that left leg out to the side. And bringing that left leg up. Bringing both knees into the chest. Just rolling from side to side. And we're just going to finish off with a spinal twist. So extending the left leg out. Keeping the right knee hugged in towards the chest. Bringing the right arm out to a T. And then rolling over to your left side into a spinal twist. And if your neck's comfortable with it, you can turn your neck over to look at the right hand. Taking some really deep breaths here into the sides of the rib cage. Into the mid and the lower back, nourishing the adrenals. And then on the next inhale, coming back up to center, changing sides, so extending the right leg, bringing the left knee in towards the chest. Shifting the hips, so it's easier if you shift the hips over to the left and then bringing the left knee over to the right, extending the left arm out to the left and then looking at the left hand. You just want a nice gentle stretch, so not pushing yourself too much. You want to be able to breathe smoothly in all of these stretches. On the next inhale, bringing both knees in towards the chest. Slowly coming up to a seat when you're ready. Taking a couple of breaths here to finish. So a practice that you can keep coming back to. You know, you might even just use one of those stretches to do during the day. If you've been feeling really run down and stressed and you want some hot tips on how to combat that, then I have discovery sessions at the moment for free. So if you want to hop on the phone with me, then give me a message and we can have a chat. Okay guys, thank you for joining, and please let me know. Someone's trying to ring me. Please let me know how you went with today and how you feel. And I hope you're feeling more calm for the rest of your day because of the time that you took to practice this morning. Have a great day. Thanks, Anna. Have a good day at work. Hope it goes well. Okay, guys. See ya.